Greetings to my lovely viewers. Hello and welcome back to my show Udaan. In today's episode, we'll take you to the journey of Michelle Obama, the wife of former US President Barack Obama, who was also the first African American First Lady of the United States from 2009 to 2017. She is the 44th First Lady and the 3rd First Lady with a postgraduate degree. Prior to her role as a First Lady, she was a lawyer, Chicago City Administrator, and community outreach worker. As an educated, intelligent, and independent-minded woman, she has become a role model for women not just in America but all over the world. Michelle Obama was born as Michelle LaVaughn Robinson on January 17, 1964 in Chicago, Illinois. Michelle was raised in a small bungalow on Chicago's south side. Her father, Fraser Robinson, was a city pump operator and a Democratic precinct captain. Her mother, Marianne, was a secretary at Spiegel's, but later stayed home to raise Michelle and her older brother, Craig. They were a close-knit family, typically sharing meals, reading and playing games together. Craig and Michelle, 21 months apart in age, were often mistaken for twins. The siblings also shared close quarters, sleeping in the same living room, with sheets serving as a makeshift from divider. They were raised with an emphasis on education and had learned to read at home by age 4. Both skipped the 2nd grade. Michelle was a bright student from an early age and joined a gifted class at Bryan Moore Elementary School by the time she was in 6th grade, where she learned French and completed accelerated courses in biology. She then went on to attend Whitney M. Young Magnet High School, the city's first magnet high school for gifted children, where, among other activities, she served as the student government treasurer. In 1981, Michelle graduated from the school as a school salutatorian. Following the footsteps of her elder brother, Michelle then attended Princeton University, graduating cum laude in the 1985 with a BA in sociology. She went on to study law at Harvard Law School, where she took part in demonstrations, calling for the enrollment and hiring of more minority students and professors. She was awarded her JD in 1988. After law school, Michelle worked as an associate in the Chicago branch of firm Sidley Austin in the area of marketing and intellectual property. It was there in 1989 that she met her future husband, Barack Obama, a summer intern to whom she was assigned as an advisor. Initially, she refused to date Barack, believing that their work relationship would make the romance improper. She eventually relented, however, and the couple soon fell in love. After 2 years of dating, Barack proposed Michelle, and the couple married at the Trinity United Church of Christ on October 3, 1992. Now they are the parents of 2 beautiful daughters, Malaya and Sasha, who were born in 1998 and 2001 respectively. Talking about her career, in the year 1991, Michelle decided to leave corporate law and pursue a career in public service, working as an assistant to Mayor Richard Daley and then as the Assistant Commissioner of Planning and Development for the City of Chicago. In 1993, she became the Executive Director for the Chicago Office of Public Allies, a non-profit leadership training program that helped young adults develop skills for future careers in the public sector. Then, in 1996, Michelle joined the University of Chicago as Associate Dean of Student Services, developing the school's first community service program. Followed by this, in the year 2002, she began to work for the University of Chicago Hospitals as an Executive Director for Community Relations and External Affairs. A few years later, on May 2005, Michelle was appointed as the Vice President for Community and External Affairs at the University of Chicago Medical Center, where she continued to work part-time until shortly before her husband's inauguration as president. She has also served as a member for the prestigious Chicago Council on Global Affairs. As she had married to a presidential aspirant, Barack Obama, by that time, she had to cut back on her own job and ultimately quit her lucrative high-paying position in order to work on her husband's presidential campaign. Barack Obama declared his presidential candidacy in 2007 and Michelle reduced her professional responsibilities greatly to support her husband's career. Initially, she did not get much involved in the campaign as she had two young daughters to care for. However, by February 2008, she started getting much more involved in her husband's career. By then, she even started writing her speeches for Barack's campaign. Then, in January 2009, Barack Obama became the President of the United States and Michelle Obama the First Lady. During her initial months as a First Lady, she volunteered at homeless shelters and soup kitchens, advocated on behalf of military families, encouraged national service, and supported initiatives that help working women balance career and their family. She also advocated for her husband's policy priorities and supported the economic stimulus bill. In 2010, she launched the Let's Move initiative, which aimed to solve the epidemic of childhood obesity by providing healthier food in the schools and encouraging kids to be more physically active. The focus was also on motivating parents to make healthier choices for their kids. In 2011, she collaborated with Dr. Jill Biden to launch the initiative Joining Forces, which called all Americans to support service members, veterans, and their families. Joining Forces works closely with the public and private sector to ensure that the veterans and their families receive the requisite support. Then, in 2014, she launched the Reach Higher initiative, which aimed at inspiring young people in America to continue their education past high school. The program encouraged students to complete a professional training course or a college or a university degree by making them understand the significance of higher education. In 2017, when Barack Obama had completed his 8 years of presidency and Donald Trump became the president, Michelle on January 13, 2017 made her final speech as the First Lady at the White House, saying, "Being your First Lady has been the greatest honor of my life, and I hope I have made you proud." Later in the year 2018, Obama published her memoir, Becoming, describing the deeply personal experience of writing the book. She tweeted, "I talk about roots and how a girl from South Side found her voice. I hope my journey inspires readers to find the courage to become whoever they aspire to be." And recently, in May 2018, Michelle and Barack Obama announced that they signed a multi-year deal to produce series and films for Netflix. I would like to conclude our program by a well-known quote of her. "Just try new things. Don't be afraid. Step out of your comfort zone and soar." All right.